As you guys have seen, it's been a crazy couple of days with Meghan Markle comparing herself and her life and her marriage to Nelson Mandela. Now, everyone's been talking about this news story over the last day or two. You already heard, but we have some updates about it. In case you don't know, short summary: Meghan, who wants to have a quiet life, away from the spotlights, right? Making her millions with no attention, did an interview with The Cut, the magazine. And during the interview, she said a lot of things, but she didn't actually. Well, she talked a lot, but she didn't say much. And she essentially said, "Oh well, yeah, I've been to South Africa. I've met the relatives and family members of Nelson Mandela, and I found out, I've discovered that when I got married to Harry, the celebrations on the streets in South Africa and many other places was on the same level. The joy was as when Nelson Mandela was released from prison." Firstly, comparing yourself to Nelson Mandela on that so many levels, that's just a weird thing. Because I'm not going to get into the Mandela debate again because I got censored a couple of times. So you know what I think about the guy. So the problem here is that the composer of Lion King said, Meghan said, yeah, he told me, he said to me that, people basically compare me to Nelson Mandela. He said, I don't really remember discussing Mandela with Meghan. I'm not really sure what she's talking about. So all this stuff that's happened over the last couple of days, it kind of backfired, as expected, but much worse. Because she's still, in this country, she lost the support of the public. Because we have common sense in this country. In America, until now, she had a bit of a tiny base. The people who somehow still bought her podcasts and subscribed to whatever they do. I don't know what sort of stuff they do. I don't really follow them anymore. But they had a bit of a base in Hollywood. The Californian hippies, right? Nope, that's gone. Because even in LA, the tone is changing. The US coverage, the press and media in America, they're changing the tone. They say, well, yeah, we finally found out she's a bit cray-cray. It took you long enough to realize she's a bit cray-cray. She came out to say that the press in Britain were using the N-word. And Brits don't use the N-word. It's not in a culture. It's only the American songs and the gangs in America and the weirdos. It's not in a cultural thing. It's not in the dialogue and the debate. There's a lot of other words. We have good words and bad words. There are good guys on both sides. But the N-word is not a thing in this country. She came out and said, well, the British press, they're very rude to me. The same British press who were basically glorifying your wedding with Harry a few years ago. That press, right? Let's not talk about Meghan, because I try not to talk about her. I just did for the past 3 minutes, but that's all I'm going to do. And we're going to ignore her for the next 5 years until she does something crazy again. Let's come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you what's going on in the European Union, because they're making a very dangerous move, a very risky move against the people of Russia.